Happy birthday
to us.
We did it. 52 weeks.
52 weeks.
52 eps around the sun.
We haven't missed a week, have we?
No.
Well,
you have.
You plugged in the gaps. But we haven't missed a week.
I've been here for 52 weeks.
Yeah, God, you need to get live.
You're an absent parent.
Yeah.
I was going to get a present for the podcast.
Yeah, where
and then I
are
was
our
going to
party
throw
hats?
a party. But then I remembered that you don't... There's no point throwing a party for a 1-year-old because it can't enjoy it.
Okay. But we could enjoy it.
We could enjoy it.
We could have enjoyed party hats.
We'll buy ourselves a present.
Okay.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
Green microphones.
I would love a green microphone.
What would I do with this?
Sell it. eBay it. Think about how many people want to start a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
They would be able to get use out of this mic for sure.
Not fill the time while I unpick this. Talk about what we've done. Talk what we're going to talk about.
Okay, well, we've been busy. This is maybe the first week in those 52 weeks that we've both done something together. Other than go to the champ, we've done actual things. We've gone to a Wingland game versus India. We went to Chelmsford. Kindly #get gifted.
England got packed.
Yeah, but then England won the next time, which we didn't see because we weren't.
And the decider's today.
The decider is today on whatever day it is today.
Tuesday,
the 2nd of June. You're listening, hopefully Wednesday, the 3rd of June, maybe some stage in the future.
Maybe you're listening in September.
Maybe.
Did we win it, guys?
Did we win the World Cup? And speaking of the World Cup, we also went to Sixes with the girls' changing room, which is a women's sport collective.
Mm-hmm.
They invited a few people down, so we went to Sixes. We had a hit. Someone said, where's the You're on Screen Now net session? And I said,
pending.
Please let us warm up first. It's
Just
been
to
a
clarify,
while.
I never said I was in the girls' changing room.
No, Dan was a guest of the girls' changing room.
Yes.
I was in the girls' changing room.
Yeah.
And Dan was a guest.
Sixes was fun, but I do, look. A lot's come out already about kind of alleged levels of cricketing performance on the night. I do have a few bits to say if I can.
Oh God.
Number one, look at the wickets lost column. Think about that. Think about where would you rather be in a match? 19 for 1 or 43 for 4?
48. Give me
48 for 4.
Yeah.
4 down. Those partnerships aren't very valuable. Secondly, we got to accept that these are English conditions. And because of that, right, there was a lot of playing in the V. Scoring is in front of you. It's, mid on, mid off. Basically just mid on and mid
that's
off.
That's it, yeah.
I like to think in like Australian conditions where the cut shot and the pull shot are in play. I think I would have accumulated a few more. So maybe, Sixes in Australia where all of the panels are on the side.
I said this when we were playing. I said, I think there has to be, especially for the spin setting.
Sweep.
You need a panel behind you and you need a panel at the sides, because if I'm getting a ball that's pitching and then coming out to my right and I can't cut it, what's the point? What are you asking me to do? Get on the front foot? This is for novices.
Because I'd like to think, right, if we're obviously we're not gonna break it down that much. If you reviewed the tape of the 30 balls we each faced and you wanted to look at who made contact with the ball more, I think I had a lower full shot percentage. You had more swings and misses.
I don't think that's true. I had one bad over, which is on film. The rest were fine.
You lost a lot of wickets.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah. But you just got hit in the leg a few times and then it missed the wicket. That's what I would have done.
You just touched your hip, so that would be too high.
That little stump was pretty tall. It was pretty tall.
Anyway,
we will have a net session at some point. I think we need to hit 1,000 listeners. And then we'll do a party.
We also
maybe Sixes would let us have a party there.
We also played some cricket in Chelmsford.
We did. And that was fun.
That was good.
That made me think maybe I should play cricket again.
Yeah, get the taste back.
Yeah, but I mean, true fans will know the size of this room. There is nowhere to put a cricket bag in here.
I really thought for a minute you were going to say there's nowhere to practice it here.
You could practice anyway. You could practice your release lying down.
Yeah, the classic.
like a woeful boy in a 80s coming of age film when they sit on the bed just like no, I mean I've got absolutely no storage for cricket kit. I mean we usually record in the only available space in my bedroom, which is next to my bedside table, and I love cricket.
We've got a sofa.
I'm grateful for cricket.
We've got a sofa today.
But I do think waking up and the first thing I see being a cricket bag would just be my 13th reason.
Chelmsford was good. It was my first time there. Was it your first time there?
It was my first time in Essex, full stop.
And how was it?
Well, I guess we only saw from the station to the underpass to the ground. Sorry. Entering a cricket stadium from under a road bridge is mental.
Road bridge?
What is it? A motor bridge?
Bridge.
No,
Overpass?
Well, we were in the underpass.
So the thing about the word under is it does suggest the existence of the word over.
Overbridge.
The
over motor bridge.
Jamie
anyway,
Overbridge.
We walked through a lovely park and then under a road, and then we popped up in the Ambassador Cruise Line county ground.
Good name.
Yeah, a bit of a mouthful. I didn't feel like I was on a cruise while I was there, going to be honest, but there was a nice sunset.
Ambassador sponsor a lot of counties. I've noticed a lot of the counties are just sponsored by the exact same few entities.
Daffabet. Ambassador.
Yeah, I think a lot of them, I saw someone made a graph one time, or a graphic, of them all having the same hot dog sponsor.
Oh, well, hey.
So if you want to get your dogs, too late as a monopoly. I was alarmed by England's performance, if I can talk about cricket briefly.
Oh yeah, let's talk. Look, the World Cup is soon. If you're listening in sort of in and around when we've posted, the World Cup is soon. If you're not listening, as we've established, it will have already happened.
Did we win it?
Did we win?
I don't think we're going to win it. I think there's a problem in the team.
Oh, okay.
Where the best hitters of sixes are probably Sophie Eccleston and Izzy Wong in terms of balls taken
versus sixes hit. Yeah.
The problem is it takes about 7 wickets to get to them, and at that point
you're thinking, oh no.
England, I think, to flip the criticism everyone always makes of T20. The problem is England have too many proper batters.
Yeah.
They are nerdlers and nudgers. And it's like that game the other day, there was that partnership between Jones and Knight. And Jones was going well, to be fair, but then batting at 3, which is not something she'd been doing for England. But the entire Knight innings is just going oh wait, no. She'll go soon. She'll go big soon. She'll go big soon. And then she gets out.
Yeah.
And I just think there are 4, 5, 6 players in that top 6. That's just the case for.
Yeah, it's quite classic, isn't it? Whereas Australia, you've got your daredevils.
Your Litchfields and Bowles.
Yeah, who just think, right, I'm just going to give it a crack from ball 1.
Because I do think that it's less bad if England bat first. Batting first the other day, they looked much more coherent. And I do think some of that is there was a weird psychological difference of batting first, bowling first, where if you need to get a fairly decent score chasing, sometimes you can then get a bit frozen because it's when do I play the big shot?
Well, yeah, I think.
Whereas when you bat first, you do just give yourself time at the start, and then you will, as the innings goes on, unless you've catastrophically binned it.
Yeah, I think if you're batting, as we know, I'm a lover of batting second because I like to have a smart goal to achieve. But I can completely understand where if you are a team like England, where you've got your top is quite classic and then your bottom half is a little bit more adventurous. If you're chasing, the people who are in are going to want to stay in because they're thinking exactly the same as us. Oh God, if it's Izzy Wong and Sophie Eccleston in, we've got a chance, but we're in a difficult position. So they're just trying to stay in. And I think what we saw at Chelmsford was the score rate just died. They needed so many off the last few overs and they just obviously didn't get it.
Kemp was really good the other day, and there was a lot of chat about should she bat higher, which I get because it's funny because men's cricket is obsessed with left-right partnerships, always getting left-handers in there with right-handers, and England have produced about 2 left-handers ever. But I think the problem with that is it's always oh well, Kemp scored runs, so she should go up the order. But 2 weeks ago, it was Alice Capsey scored runs, so she should open. And it does very much feel like analysis is reduced to like whichever player does any bit of work in the middle. Why don't they
should go. Yeah. Have you ever considered just keeping your middle order consistent and good?
Yeah, because so often in not just World Cups but any match, like if the top fails, you can't then look. No one these days wants to be a middle order player. Every player is like, oh, yeah, I really would like to open.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing was like being 3, 4, or 5.
But I think that's
because
that's
the best.
I think that's just a testing of like, you want to bat like 4 or 5 in a test team.
Okay.
You don't want to open because you'll get exposed as being like, you know, bad, and below that you're a bowler. Whereas like white ball cricket, it's because everyone wants to bat in the power play. You want to come out,
go over the top.
There are 2 fielders out. You can just have a bit of a swing. Whereas like, I do think the skill for me comes the players who can come in outside of power plays, as Kemp can do.
Yeah.
And still score well.
Yeah,
so,
she's good.
No offence, Freya, but like, you please don't go up the order.
Our message to you, Freya Kemp: please stay where you are.
We're good.
We're good.
You're good. We're good.
We're good. Well, they won the next game, so maybe it's fine.
Yeah. Again, I think it's the difference in like batting first, batting second. I also think with England, the thing for this World Cup is there's going to be so much pressure.
Yes.
And it's a hard one to talk about with England because I think a lot of lazy stuff gets peddled about them being like...
They're either like
of mentally weak,
unprepared, unfit,
or they care
mentally
too much.
Unstable, they care too much, they care too little, like blah, 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 blah. The fact is, a home World Cup is going to be tough for her because you're expected to perform, especially off the back of 2017. But also, this is a completely different squad. The home crowd isn't going to just be England fans. We saw that at Chelmsford. I think it was majority India fans. There were so many India flags, India tops, like everything, which is great because it's a home World Cup in England, but having a not 100% English fan base is amazing. I think because every country, I think, is going to have at least 5 people in the bowl who are cheering them on, and that's really cool.
I think where other World Cups sometimes across formats suffer is that people don't necessarily travel en masse. So unless that country has the kind of cultural and ethnic diversity to bring people from different countries together. I also think that's one of the things I do enjoy most about cricket in England. Is there are so many Australians, Indians, Pakistanis, South Africans, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans, whoever England are playing at any given time, you can look around and you're like, oh, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Because people actually support the other teams. So
I think that's a good thing because that's actually less pressure on England.
But it's much
also
less for home advantage than other places.
Yeah, because you haven't got a hostile crowd. Like if anything, you've got a crowd that's actually probably willing on the other team more than it is willing on England. So
I also think for me, so much of the criticism is always about like mentality and mental stuff, but most of England's shortcomings in World Cups have come down more to like just cricket problems. Like poor fielding.
It's just been the fielding.
Poor fielding, not hitting enough sixes.
Yeah.
Bowlers kind of losing
it.
Their line. And you can say, oh, maybe they're doing that because of mental reasons, or maybe they're doing it because just it's a skill issue sometimes. In a non harsh sense.
Wow, you go to sixes one time and you think you could be head coach of England women?
No, because I say it's about the men too. People are like, why don't they just finish the job? And it's like, because consistency is skill. The ability to like constantly do stuff is because you're really, really like the best in the world at it. And if you are doing it consistently sometimes, it's probably because you're not like the best in the world. You're very good.
But not the best.
You're not stone cold killers.
Could you put that into a LinkedIn quote for me? This is so random, but adjacent. One of our followers' bios, because sometimes I look at the people who like our content.
Oh, I always
have
do
a look at that content.
It's why I've got
account.
It's why I've got like profile viewer off on TikTok because I don't.
Okay, because you're a stalker.
Everyone would be mortified to know that I am always there. Like,
I have it
what's
on
that profile photo?
Because I want to look. So I think anyway, whatever. One of our followers' bios is God will steer, but you must row. And if you take away the religious element of that, I think that actually bangs. Like, and sometimes I think about that. If I'm having a tough moment, I'll be like, wow.
God will steer.
God will steer, but you must row. And that is applicable to England in the T20 World Cup.
The home environment
the power will steer them, but they must row.
I do think though, like there are a few Arsenal players who before every match would always like post a different Bible verse. And I'm not a religious man, but whenever I would see the translation of it, sometimes I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Getting emotional.
They're saying something there.
Well, it didn't work on Sunday, did it?
Saturday. But also, like, there's so much in the last week being like, gotcha, you've only won the Premier League and been the runner-up in the Champions League. And it's like, whoa.
Second's still good.
Yeah, obviously everyone loves Arsenal coming second all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, we got to think about the conversations Arsenal were in 5 years ago. This team were like, they were 8th back-to-back. It was a conversation of, like, not when are they going to be good again, but like in the modern world, are they going to be? So like, you know what? I'm pretty happy. Thank you very much.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
And there's on Good Sport side, England versus New Zealand starts this week. The first test of the summer.
Yeah, and it's been raining. It's actually sunny right now, but my lord, did it rain today? Rain, go away. I love how it's been like a biblical heat wave for the end of May, and then as soon as test season starts in England, it just chucks it down.
You think that just means like Keir Starmer's more of a blast man than he is an international man? He kind of
weather machine
dies and going. Eh.
Maybe it's Andy Burnham sneaking into the room that they keep the machine in.
Do you think if Andy Burnham becomes PM, it's going to stop getting like rained out tests in at Old Trafford?
Oh. No, there's a thought.
I mean, that's the... Hey, look, if Burnham becomes PM and the Old Trafford test has like 5 days of sunshine and a result, you cannot refute the existence of the weather machine.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate test, no pun intended.
When is that?
Oh, God knows. I'm sure I'm sure. They don't have an Ashes one next year. They'll probably change that.
Well, it remains to be seen.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye out.
Oh, that's on who the Prime Minister's going to be next year, by the way, not on the cricket calendar, which is fixed.
Oh, yeah. Unlike the political scene in England.
Look, I think that's how they could sort the Makerfield by-election. It's just a good net. I think I'd back Burnham.
A super over.
I think Burnham could do it.
Who's winning a super over between Keir Starmer and Andy Burnham?
So do you know what I did see the other day that really did play? Okay. This is what Keir Starmer should have been doing all along, is it was Soccer Aid. And he showed up for like one of the training sessions, and there was a video of him taking like what I would describe as like a very, very solid penalty. And I'm like, you've absolutely missed the point here, that if you've just been doing this for the last 2 years, anytime there've been any bit of like, discontent, showing that you actually as a politician have the ability to like kick a football well would have just like, it would have silenced so many doubters. Like he's learnt this too late. Because, like, generally modern politicians playing sport look horrendous.
Stupid.
One of my favourites there, and I'll see if I can find the video, I'll just post this as a social clip on. You're on screen now. Matt Hancock, disgraced health secretary.
Yeah.
A fellow former member of Exeter College, Oxford. Which actually leads me to a good story, which actually might bring us back to sixes.
Okay.
So bear with me. I really enjoy that often when you see them playing cricket, they look really ungainly. He organised a thing when he was running to be leader, which would eventually, to be PM in 2019.
The COVID
he posted a video of him actually, like,
pre-COVID,
twatting a load of kids for six in a park somewhere.
Are you going to beep that?
No, that's a fine word.
Okay.
As a verb, I think twatting is fine. I'll defend that. I'm happy to defend that against the censors. But like absolutely belting them. And I think that's what I like to see more is I hate when politicians play sport with kids and they let the kids win. I hate when athletes play sport with kids and let the kids win.
You've got to teach them a lesson. Sometimes in life you lose. And that's, more people have got to understand that.
I think I had a relationship that started with Matt Hancock and ended really spiritually at a sixes.
Okay.
Which I think is a good story to share.
Okay.
So in very normal,
strapped in
very kind of normal like university circumstances, we had a costume party around Halloween. As a member of your college.
Was it a bop?
It wasn't a bop. This was a get together between friends. Because at the time, you know, obviously like politically switched on, was like, well, Matt Hancock went here and he's a dweeb, but he's a dweeb of many faces. So I created 3 different outfits that I would zhuzh between across the night. So there was Hancock in a suit. The reason it's about cricket is because one of them was Hancock going for a run wearing an England cricket training top that I also happened to own that I switched into. And then there was another one where he looked like a youth pastor because he was wearing a white t-shirt tucked into like light blue jeans, wearing a blazer. And I thought, yeah, I can wear all of these. Anyway, long story short, I met someone that night and somehow in doing that, convinced them to want to go out with me. We went out for a couple of years. I then knew it was over when it was my birthday in 2023. And I was like, yeah, we'll go to Sixes. And I don't know what it was about the kind of, you know, the incredibly loud music there, the incredibly loud signage, my general inability to play any sport. But I knew there and then on that day that, like, word to once 6 balls have been bowled, it's over. I just don't think Sixes is a very romantic place, though. Like, I having been there yesterday as part of a group function and kind of having been there for my birthday in that capacity, like, I think it's a terrible place to go for a date.
So Sixes was the last place I went with my ex.
There's no way.
Yeah.
What?
So, okay, I want to be sensitive and delicate about this.
I think I handled mine with, like...
Yeah, but basically we sort of initiated the breakup at the weekend, but this plan was already locked in, and neither of us wanted to have to pay to not go, so we decided to go together a few days after having initiated the breakup, and then sort of ended up having part 2 of that conversation in Sixes. I cried. We then played Sixes. He was really good. I was really bad, which made my mood so much worse. And then we bumped into someone that I work with.
I think that's so much worse than my story. Mine was like in a nice, like, man, you realise the moment's gone. Also, that was the weekend that Arsenal officially lost the Premier League to Manchester City. So I was down in the dumps. And in classic, like, relationship fashion, we didn't even properly break up for another 2 months after that. Because, like, you got to make sure that you, like...
Oh, God.
You got to suffer for a bit first, as ever, in denial. That's so much worse.
Yeah. So it was kind of harrowing going back, but I had a nice time.
I think what we're saying here...
I got stressed and angry, of course.
Don't stress and angry. If you don't want to doom your relationships...
Don't go on a date, Sixes. A group trip, on the other hand, and if Sixes would like to sponsor you on screen now, official
family
net.
Trip's great. Friends and family, perfect.
Friends and family, great. Date,
probably
not. Probably not, because that's 2 from 2.
Yeah, how
saying
weird is that?
Cursed.
I didn't know that was... I didn't know that story was coming. So I really thought I was just going to talk about me for 15 minutes.
No.
And instead I had to listen to something much more harrowing.
Trump card.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trump cards, England women top trumps are out.
Have you got
Shall I go and get some?
Yeah.
There's a hair on my mic that I keep nibbling. There we go. Removed. Hold my mic.
Los dos microfones.
We've reached the ad section of You're On Screen Now. I'm going to show you a t-shirt that I got sent. Could you please... Oh, no, wait. I'm not going to waft it near you because I've worn it to go on a run and I haven't washed it yet. So I'm just going to show the camera.
Hold it up, then.
Well, I'm trying with...
Do you want me to hold the microphone?
Please. Not on the end, it will rattle.
I have to deal with this every week.
So, Maiden Cricket, the women and girls specific cricket kit supplier, creator, have sent me a lovely navy t-shirt. God, I can actually smell it. That says 2026, the year of her game, which I'm assuming is a reference to the Women's World Cup.
World Cup.
And then on the back, it says, Willow is a girl's name, just saying, which is the tone that I imagine that to be said in. I could be wrong. They are welcome to correct me. And as I say, I wore it on a run the other day. They sent it to me for free. This is an ad. This is an ad for Maiden Cricket. They sent me a lovely T-shirt, which is delightful. Do you want to give that texture a feel?
I think I'm good.
There you go. Lovely for running in. Didn't get too hot. Didn't get too cold. Thank you, Maiden. Next, we have England women top trumps. Woohoo! Let's do an ASMR unboxing.
I played this the other day and won, by the way.
Oh, good. Are we going to play it now? That's not very interesting podcast content.
No.
Right.
But we can play it and you'll see that on a social channel coming to you.
Wow.
Top trumps actually take ages to play, by the way.
I haven't played top trumps in years and years. I think when I received these...
I disagree with some of the ratings.
I thought I don't actually... No, I'm sure I had top trumps.
Your microphone is so heavy.
I know. Why do you think I'm so jacked? Right. I hope that sounded nice. Anyway, I'm not really sure what to do now. They smell like paper.
Smells like knowledge.
Right. So top trump specials England women. I'm so not sure the camera's going to be able to see this.
Just pick some random cards out and be like, whoa. Not the raw cards.
No, I'm showing them the cover image. Right. We've got a range of players over the years here.
Generation.
It is generational. We've got Enid Bakewell.
She's the inventor of the Bakewell tart.
You can't call her that.
That was the follow-up.
I tried to play cricket in a skirt at Chelmsford. It was really hard. So fair play, Enid. I definitely kept calling her Blakewell as well in our content, and I apologise to little Enid. Tammy Beaumont, Lauren Bell. Jan Britton.
Can I just say, Lauren Bell's been absolutely had. They've put her overall rating as 77, which I don't think is reflecting necessarily like the fact she's probably one of the best bowlers in the world.
Fielding 56 is pretty brutal. They might have made these cards.
Batting 18 is generous.
Yeah, look, she's had 2 scores higher than 10 ever in international games. So, look, we didn't make these cards. We're just playing them. Jan Britton, did read that as Ian. Alice Capsey. We're not doing this for all of them. Claire Connor.
They're also in alphabetical order.
Oh yeah, Tilly Courtine Commons made it into the stack.
Yeah.
Good for her. We watched her debut. We watched her first ever international T20 wicket. She got 1, didn't she?
Yes.
Do you think she'll play in the World Cup?
Never say never. For me, I mean, like, I think for me, Lindsay Smith starts every game. I think she's right now up there with the very best in the world. I think Eccleston for me is also still there. Still very good. That's 2 left arm spinners already. Yeah. I think she's going to play a lot of cricket over the years to come for England. I'm not saying she won't, but I think World Cups are win now for me. And if you're playing an 18-year-old and you're 11, it should be because that 18-year-old is the absolute best player you can fit into the team.
Yes.
And right now, I think she's behind Eccleston and Smith.
Yeah. I think that's a fair assessment.
That's kind of how I felt with a lot of the talk about like Davina Perrin not being in the squad. Was I think it's really dangerous sometimes with young players that we as fans turn them into saviours. And we talk about them as if they can just come in and fix all of our problems. And then when they don't, that gets taken out on them. When really, like, be patient. It's such an English thing to want to play everyone so young. It's the same, really, to some extent, with your Bethels.
There must be a prodigy fallacy. I don't know if that's an official title. Maybe I've just coined it.
Oh, the concept
me dropping
of the
a
belief
coin
that
into
some
a pot.
young player can come in and fix all of your woes, lead you to the promised land, is so bad.
Yeah, that is very English, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at all these problems. Maybe this person will save it for us. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Well, we don't want to get too into the World Cup chat because next week is going to be a mega big bumper episode on the
with
T20.
History and future.
History, past, present, future.
Uno to watch.
What are they? The ghosts of Christmas past, past
participle and future. Yeah. Look, much like language, the The future can be imperfect. But next week's going to be great. Mm-hmm. Do you get emotional on birthdays?
My personal birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
Not birthdays. Well, maybe I do, because I get emotional quite a lot, so maybe it's just someone else's birthday is causing emotion inside me.
I can't believe this has now been a full year in many different ways. I can't believe it, one, because it's actually a whopping commitment. But two, we've covered a lot of ground in a year.
We have. We've done a lot. We've physically covered a lot of ground. You've been to Australia. I've been to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
And Devon.
Yeah.
3 cricketing greats.
I went to Ireland as well for that
4
match.
cricketing greats.
Yeah. Full member nation, by the way.
I watched a little bit of the Test against New Zealand because they had it free on YouTube. How good's that?
They got spanked.
Well, of course they were going to get spanked.
I do think they are stuck in a horrible thing where everyone moans at them for playing and losing, but they'd also, if they didn't play, they'd eulogise them and it'd be, isn't it so sad that I don't play tests anymore?
I don't understand.
Sometimes it's okay to suck.
Why are you surprised that a country with like a very limited professional setup isn't that good? There is no like multi-day cricket in Ireland.
No.
How are they supposed to be good at test cricket without playing test cricket? Yeah, they're going to suck for a bit. That's kind of the point.
I think the problem so often with countries is you should be more critical, not of their skill, but like, are their board doing as much as they can to support them? Those are better questions to be asking them. Why are they bad? Why do they suck? And it's like, they suck because they have no structure. They don't have anything to kind of make them get better.
Yeah,
it's the same always gets said. Again, to bring it back to the World Cup.
Bring it back.
The Pakistan women's team. Everyone's always like, oh, they're just like the men. They're such a mess. They're so inconsistent. It's like the PCB do nothing for them, realistically.
Yeah.
They've been talking about having a women's PSL now for years and years and years. And every year they just like hand wave it and they kick it further down the line. They're like, no, there will be a women's PSL. Someday. I mean, it took yonks for the WPL to be invented. It took yonks for the traditional county structure in this country to be like, oh, maybe the women could have a blast too. Like, so many things in cricket, when people get annoyed at teams being bad, are just institutional failings.
Oh, yeah. It's like you look at the West Indies and it's like, well, they're multiple islands.
That is also an administrative nightmare.
I was
going to
say, imagine being ops for West Indies. Oh, that would be grim. But yeah, you've got West Indies, you've got Pakistan, you've got, I mean, even Scotland.
Afghanistan don't have a women, like, Afghanistan's women's team since the Taliban took over. It's
like, yes, there is a big factor of a women's World Cup, T20 or 50 over or whatever, where you're looking at the same 4 or 5 teams, if you're including New Zealand after their couple of wins. You've got England, New Zealand, Australia, India, South Africa. Why do you think it's always one of those teams?
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't take a genius. But isn't it weird that like suddenly India look like the best team in the world? It's like, yeah, because there's been a rapid acceleration in interest and effort
and money.
Money.
It's all money. Like talking about Scotland yesterday, how a lot of the Scotland girls play for counties in England because there is no professional. Well, there's no professional setup. Yeah. Everything's club cricket. That's the highest level you can go to. You're a club cricketer and then you play for the national team. You have to go and get professional experience somewhere else. And if anything, they're lucky that Scotland's right on top of England.
I also think sometimes that people give leagues like the WPL and the kind of English system way too much credit when it comes to like giving gigs to players outside of like the big established nations. Everyone's always like, oh, if you like have a really good like year or whatever for, you know, any of these other countries, you might get 100 gig. Fatima Sana's scored 1 million runs for Pakistan over the last ever and has never got one of these gigs because they're so insular.
Yeah.
They will always look first to like the known quantities in their eyes of Australian players, of English players, of Indian players. It's so hard for anyone playing outside of the kind of like big 3, 4, 5 to break in.
What I do like love the concept of though is someone from Bangladesh just like getting a contract at like Lancashire and having to live in Preston. Like
lucky them.
I thought this when we went to Chelmsford and like Jemima Rodriguez was just in Essex.
Yeah.
And I just thought,
do you think she knows who the GC is?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, that's a shame.
Because I don't know if Gemma Collins would have transcended global internet culture.
We don't. Yeah.
We don't know.
Safe as shit.
And obviously, like, the India team will have travelled all around the world. I'm not saying they're like a bunch of hermits who have just discovered Essex for the first time. I just mean the concept of someone
wandering around Essex
and just thinking, wow, people really live like this.
This is how they live.
You know?
Yeah. That's it, because everyone always talks about when England players go to other leagues, that old cultural shock. And it's like, it's the same for them coming here.
Yeah, sorry, if I lived in Sri Lanka and had to come here, I think I'd experience cultural shock as well.
And he took to it. He absolutely, by all accounts, like, loved it. And I think, I don't know where he lives now, but definitely was living there at some point. It was like Rashid Khan, you know, obviously like from Afghanistan, going and playing in Sussex, which means that a young man from Afghanistan has suddenly found himself in Brighton and Hove.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing that could culturally prepare you for that shift.
Yeah. Or Steve Smith living in New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
Global sport, hey?
Expat nation.
Expat Cummins. Oh, I just can't wait to call him that when he comes over here for the 100 next year or whatever.
Wouldn't that be the day? Haven't they said they're not going to play in the 100 because of conflicts with Australian schedule or something? I thought there was a bunch of them that have said no.
I think a load of them have basically are threatening not to sign their Australia contracts because they feel like they're being lowballed
I've misread
massively.
it.
Because I think they're all upset because South African players in the SA20 went into their own auction, got paid loads of money.
Right, okay.
But in the Australian kind of setup, they don't want to let them do that. So they feel like they've been lowballed. And in market terms, they probably have. Like, the players they make the sport.
Yeah, that's true. You've got no tournament if you've got no players.
Christ, 52 weeks, we're talking about economics.
It was always going to come back to economics, wasn't it?
Everything's economics.
Everything is economics. I'm reading a book about economics at the moment.
What's the book?
The Transformation Economy. It's very, very interesting.
What's it about?
It's about how global economies have shifted from commodities to goods, to services, to experiences, and now they're proposing that the next stage is transformation, and that all business is centered around human flourishing. And that if your business isn't doing that, then it's not going to succeed in the coming years, weeks, whatever. Because ultimately, Adam Smith's invisible hand suggests that everyone, yes, is out for individual gain.
The Bournemouth player.
Yes. In his spare time, he has a Substack where he writes about economics.
Oh, you keep talking. I have something on Substack I really want to talk about after this.
And, yes, everyone is out for individual gain, but that should, in theory, improve society. So the transformation economy is a build on the experience economy where people are no longer just giving money for a good that they think will make their life better. They've then moved to experiences, and now they're looking for a transformation. So what they want to put their economic effort into, they want that to fundamentally transform them as a person.
So that's what comes after podcast microphones.
Yes.
Speaking of Substack, I really enjoyed. So in the last week, former Prime Minister Tony Blair wrote some big long essays slagging off like the entire Labour Party, being like they have no vision, they have
Substack?
no plan. No, what was really good was that Keir Starmer responded on Substack.
Okay, amazing.
And I think the notion of the leader of your nation plugging his Substack on like X, formerly known as Twitter, is unbelievable.
Do you reckon he wrote it though, or do you reckon it's some little ghostwriter in a cage?
Let's not ruin the illusion. Just the fact that Keir Starmer was trying to flog his Substack.
Knuckles.
Could you imagine if he started offering like proper subscription service to it? That could, I wonder, that could plug an economic black hole. Just need to. I don't think he could sell it very well, to be honest.
Well,
My Substack.
we need to write something on our Substack.
Yeah, we do.
If you've got any ideas, things you want us to write about. Someone last year did say, how did the fall of the Holy Roman Empire lead to Joe Root becoming a successful batter?
Yeah.
And I really think that has legs, but God, that is such an academic undertaking.
Yeah.
If only one of us was unemployed.
Unemployed is such a strong word.
Funemployed.
Yeah, soft.
I would actually, this sounds so nerdy, but I would actually like to look into that.
There is nothing stopping you.
Apart from time, having full-time work, hobbies, friends, things to do, people to see, places to go.
Yeah, about 2 out of those.
Maybe it will just be a long work in progress. Maybe there will be like a thesis.
I'm going back to my old school in a few weeks to talk about like everything from university and beyond, and I cannot wait to tell them. And now I have a podcast.
Oh my god, we better get so many listeners out of that.
Yeah.
That would be... Please, can you just put a QR code on the screen?
Now.
You're on screen now.
Yeah.
What you should do is do that fan cam that they had at Chelmsford that we didn't get on.
Scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code to get on the screen. You should do that.
Maybe to kind of end this on an inspirational note, but like, maybe it's birthdays and all that, but like, you two could go and get a law degree from Oxford and one day have a podcast where you talk about cricket.
You must be the only person to have done that, right?
Who else?
And I must be the only person to have a French and German undergrad and a creative industries masters from Edinburgh University to then start a cricket podcast. I have to be. Wow. 1 year of being 1 year of being trailblazers, groundbreakers, and history makers.
Room shakers, earth
Quakers.
Thanks to the Quakers, opposite side, Euston Station Acres.
There are Quakers outside Euston Station.
Yeah, I went there on a school trip.
Oh.
The more you know.
The more you know. Hey, God will steer, but you must row.
Row your boat.
Gently down the stream. If you like this episode, please rate it 5 stars and send it to a friend who you think would enjoy this episode and this podcast and us in general. T20 World Cup bumper episode coming next week. See you there. Cards.